Charly Cardilicchia, the head coach of the Westshore Rebels, joining me now as he gets set for week one in the BCFC season. His club will head on the road to take on the Rams in Langley. And Charly, I guess let's talk about training camp, how your team came through its preparations into week one. What have you seen from your group? Have you liked it? Have there been some issues? How are things working out?
Actually, things are fantastic. We had a really good training camp, and the whole time I've been telling the boys it's going to be a work in progress. Again, Victoria, BC, Vancouver Island, we are in a very unique situation here as far as billets, recruiting, all those kind of things. It's a much different task than a lot of other programs in this country. So it does take a little bit more moving pieces. So we had to bring some guys in. Some guys are coming in late, but like I told them, it would all be a work in progress right down to the 11th hour. And just like I assured them, things are coming together as I told them they would. And things are looking really clean this week at practice. The attitude's really well. The mentality's really good. The characteristics on the team are really strong. And we're gelling really well for a short period of time. So I'm happy.
Charly, there were some notable happenings with yourself and with your club through the off season. Obviously, some stuff with some social media things and an issue where you had to issue a formal apology in that. How did you weather that? How did your team and your players handle that? And is there or was there any sort of lasting impact internally for you?
Don, I mean, it is what it is, right? I mean, that's life. You do some things. Sometimes you make good decisions. Sometimes you don't. But at the end of the day, it doesn't slow me down. Doesn't slow us down. Doesn't hurt us in any way, actually, at all. If anything, it makes us stronger because the truth is that your coach made a mistake. I made a mistake. Great. All my players make mistakes. We've all done things. So we grow a lot around here. And we know that nobody's perfect. So hurt us, not at all. To tell you the truth, it's brought us together more. So, blessing in disguise, silver lining at a cloud, however you want to put it. I always make things into a positive situation. I don't look at things and dwell on the negative. That's for damn sure,
Don. I've seen it before with clubs that, have an ending to the season that they didn't like. And obviously being upset in the BC championship game was not what you guys intended. And I've seen it before where teams will take that on and become, hey, it's the redemption season. We're going to make good on that and all that. Is that in any way a theme for your group this season?
No, not at all. Not at all. That's last year, Dom. You got to understand that my headspace as a coach is to bring my team in and prepare them for every week. This week we have to face off against BCFC's all-time winningest coach and, a real tough task. As far as I'm concerned as a coach, I got to go against Snoop head-to-head. So there's a lot of stuff there and things for us to look at as far as moving forward. Looking back is never something I do. When it's all said and done, at the end of the year last year, was that the way we want it to end? Of course not. Who wants to lose in the championship game? But beating a team 3 times in a row is tough. When it is, especially when you're coming off all the accolades that we got the week before with all the All-Canadians and the offense and the rest of it. A really messy game, turnovers. At the end of the day, it comes down to moving forward. And, we dwell on it for a week after you lose, like 24 hours, whatever it is. But I said it immediately after the game when I was interviewed by Check 6. And I said, it is what it is, but this was going to give me gas. And I said I had a full tank and I was ready to recruit. And I did. I have been recruiting very hard. And the team I have now is not the team I had last year. So it has nothing to do with what we did last year.
You mentioned Coach Snoop, Matt Blocker, back in the BCFC, and that certainly pricked a lot of eyebrows around the league, around the country as well. And he's a guy you're very familiar with, the Rebel program very familiar with. What do you expect from a team that's coached by him? And is there what was your reaction when you heard that he was coming back to BC?
Well, I wasn't surprised because I heard from some inside information that he was coming back anyway. So I was just kind of waiting for that to happen. The truth is I was kind of curious to what happened in Calgary. I guess whatever happened there happened there. So now he's back out here. I don't think he was, I don't think he really was winning out there in Calgary that much. He wasn't having a great, run like he was out here. So I think he's coming back here to kind of see where he really stands. Obviously, he's had a lot of support in the past in his executive members, as you know very well, Dom. So there has been really good supporting cast around him. I think he's got a good staff around him again this year. They've recruited hard. He's a hardworking guy, and he definitely doesn't want to go out there and take L's, that's for sure. But we're looking to serve one up for
him. I know it's early, and we haven't seen the bullets fly live for your club or any club. But do you have maybe a read on an identity for your club? Is it, the smash mouth team? You're going to run the ball? Is it going to be airing it out down the sidelines? Do you have a read yet?
Oh yeah, we're just going to outwork everybody. We're going to outwork everybody. We're going to work harder than every other team in this conference, and that's going to be our staple. That's going to be what we can go on. That's what we can go hang our hat on in the fourth quarter. We've taken it and run with it. Our locker room is very strong. So we're going to be real tough, and we're going to outwork everybody. And I think those are two really good common denominators to success.
I've asked every coach this, and if maybe you can pick out one guy from either side of the ball that you think is going to leave a mark on this league, not just be known in Westshore and in your circles, but really leave a mark on the BCFC and the CJFL. Are there any guys that jump right out to you from what you've seen early here?
Sheesh, that's a really good question. Simple fact is, there's probably 5 that come to my head right away.
That's what every coach has said.
yeah, no, it's the truth. I think it's more or less, you really get to know these guys. I got a kid that came back. He put a lot of faith in me last year and a lot of trust in me. Kane Stevenson, just a hardworking kid, just a real hardworking kid, a real gritty kid, a kid that wants to win more than anybody else. It doesn't matter if it's practice, doesn't matter if it's we're doing, playing cards in the locker room. This guy is a competitor, and I really love that because that's the way I used to play the game. So I like the dog that he has in him. We also have a guy on the defensive side of the ball that's going to make a big difference this year. It's Jameel Moore-Williams. I don't know if you lost. Sorry, Jameel Moore-Williams. And anyway, so he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, very much so a physical specimen. But again, we've got some other guys. I mean, Khalil James, our tailback. I mean, I think he's got the goods to really make a big impression. Mason Brown, our quarterback. An absolutely just an amazing young man, great quarterback. Very excited to have him on board. I mean, Byron McKinnon, Tyrese Hogue. There's just the list does go on. We do have a lot of talent. It's going to be a big year. Our D-line is going to be pretty nasty, so I'm excited to see them out there doing their thing. But yeah, definitely we got a few names there that are going to make a mark, Dom, that's for sure.
Charlie, I appreciate your time as always, my friend. Good luck this weekend, and look forward to another 9 weeks ahead of us of talking and chatting about football.
There it is, my man. Take care. Have a good one.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right, ciao.